Howdy friends, it's Kathy from RustPaperScissors, and today I wanted to do a tutorial on how I add the rusted elements to my journals. This is a little altered book journal that I've made. This is one of the ones that we covered with the sticky backed velvet, and so I just wanted to continue working on this one and just showing you some of the things that I do. I like to add the little rusted jingle bells. So how I do it is I take the rusted ribbon crimps and I add them on the side of the page. And what I do is, I don't think you have to do it, but I want to make sure that the ribbon crimp will stay. So I usually put a little bit of glossy accents on the inside of that ribbon crimp, and then I've marked it on the page where I wanted my ribbon crimp to go, and then all you do is you just take a pair of pliers and you just crimp it down, and it's very easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and we'll come back in a little while and we'll add the little jingle bells. But see how quick and easy that was? Now we'll do the other one. I like to do at least, one on each of the signature pages or the signature cover. And then, like I say, I'm just going to put a little glossy accents on the inside here. Just, a little extra precaution. And then I have this one marked where I wanted to put this one. And I will put that on there. You clamp it down, and you are good to go. So they're really very easy and a lot of fun to work with. So that's the ribbon crimp. And then another one of my signature items in my journal is I normally add a block of blank pages, so an extra place for you to journal. And then what I do is I add them with the metal prong fasteners. I rust these and sell these in my shop. But again, it's a very quick, easy way to add this to your journal. And then what I did was I marked, earlier I marked my pages where I want to make my holes. So I'll just take my crocodile. And I know you know how to do this, but I'll just show you. It's make sure I get where I'm supposed to, and then okay. And then what I do is my crocodile is not long enough to reach down where I want to put this in my journal. So all I'm going to do is just kind of eyeball where I want this on my journal and make sure it's pretty straight. So I'm going to look and make sure I've got it straight. And all I'm going to do is mark where the circles are. And then what I'll do is the only thing I've got is just a little craft knife. So I'm just going to make a hole. And it doesn't have to be very big, but I just make a little hole where we're going to put the prong part in. And then this is the prong fastener, the base, it's sometimes called. And then I just slip it into these holes. Well, it's hard to see in here. There it is. Okay. So it's in there. I hope it's straight. It might not be super straight. I might have to adjust it a little bit. But then I'll add my pages. And then you add, this is called a compressor. And it's just the part that holds the pages down. This way, I like to use this because you can add or take away the pages if you want. If you want to change your pages out, just however you want to use it. It just makes it easy for you to So there, you've got your, I've got my signature in there. It's in there. So that was easy. So let's see, what else was I going to do? Oh, the center of the signature, I like to add a envelope. And so on this one, I made the center the map paper. And so I wanted to add a little metal rim tag. I sell these, I tea dye these and sell them in my shop. But I wanted to add the little charting his course. So what I did was I printed this out on my label maker. And what I like to do is to get the little label to look a little bit more distressed. So what I do is I take a little piece of felt and then I'll add some alcohol ink and then I'll just run it along this label. And you can see how it's now looks aged. So I love to do that. I also do that with the hole reinforcers. I just take them out and I run the felt with alcohol ink on there, and I make my hole reinforcers look distressed. So I like that because I like for everything to be cohesive, the same. And then all you do on this, I'll just do it very quickly, but it's just, I cut these out and then I'm going to add that to the page. And it's just fun to do some different things. And then this is a, let's start with charting. So I start with the top one first, and it's going to say charting his course. The hardest thing about this label is getting it off. So what I like to do is kind of find the center of my word and align that with the hole. And so I'm going to put that right about there, charting his course, and then I put his. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day here in Texas. It's cold. So the nice thing about cold weather is you get to wear different clothes. You get to cook different food. Looking forward to Thanksgiving. And sometimes I have to just start this. I have to pause the camera and get this. Just a second, I'm going to stop. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I was going to get it, but I finally did. So now I'm going to put charting his, and I'm going to just put his right underneath there. And then we'll do course. And like I say, it's a beautiful day here in Texas. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Tell me I'm going to have trouble with this one too. It's just, sometimes you have to loosen that up. Well, I'll be back. I stopped that and do it because I just hate to waste your time. I know your time is valuable, and seeing me struggle with putting this together is no fun. Okay, so then what I do is I just take a rusted brad, and then I'm going to find where I want this on my page. And I usually line it up with the top and the sides. And then what I do is I just make a little hole there. And then I'm going to take, this is kind of fragile paper, so I'm going to take the little hole reinforcers and just put them on my page so that strengthens it a little bit. And I put one on both sides. And then you have your, I'll have my little metal rim tag. I'll put it in here. I'll open it up. And then not only do you have the little tag, you have a tuck spot if you wanted to tuck something under there. So that's another little rusted element that you can add. And then I wanted to demonstrate how easy it is to add the, I like to make belly bands out of some of the lace. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a ribbon crimp to hold the lace down. And I normally put a little bit of glue onto the ribbon just to hold it while I'm, trying to get it set. And then I'll probably put some glossy accents on the ribbon crimp. But I might not have got any glue on there. I don't think I did. Sometimes this glue doesn't come out. I like these little bottles. I got them at the Dollar Tree, and they're easy to squeeze, and then you just close the lid, and they don't, the glue doesn't explode out of it, because sometimes that Fabri-Tac just explodes out of there. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to add a little glossy accents to my ribbon crimp. I hope I'm in line here. And then we're just going to set it on there, and then we'll crimp it down. And it's easy. Well, I say it's easy. It's hard to do when it's far away from you while we're filming. So please bear with me. And I just want to make sure I get it all in there. And then you just take your pliers and you crimp it down. And so that end's done. And then, let's see, I'm going to trim this so it'll be the right length. And then I'm just going to, again, put up just a dab of glue there just to help hold it while I'm putting the ribbon crimp on there. And then, did I lose my other ribbon crimp? I thought I had it all right here ready to go. And I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little glossy accents in here. And we'll just attach it to the bottom here of the page. I hope you can see. And then I'm just going to make sure I get it in there, make sure I get the ribbon in there, get the crimp where I want it, over the ribbon. Okay, and then all we do is just crimp it down, and now you have a belly band. And that's not real straight, okay? I'll fix that. I'll take it off and redo it, but I'm not going to do it that. But that's just how easy it is to do a belly band. And then one of the other things I like to do is my signature closure, I guess it's a closure, is the bulldog clips. So I like to do a bulldog clip and then a chain, and it's very easy to, put your journal together, to hold it together. So I was going to put these together, and if I can't get this, excuse my nails. I had my nails done a long time ago, and then it was too hard to keep the nails, so I haven't had them done, and so I apologize. I use these split rings because I don't know, I guess I probably don't attach them properly, but the jump rings tend to come apart or loose. So I want to make sure that this is something that's going to get a lot of use. So all you do is I'm just taking my split ring and I'm going to attach it here to my bulldog clip. And it's very easy. So you can add rusted elements very easily. And we'll do the other side real quick. If I say that and I'll jinx myself. But, okay, and then this one. Just finding the end of that split ring sometimes is a challenge. And this one we'll put on the front here. All right, now you have your, I have my signature closure. And you just stick it on there. And you have that, that's your closure. So that's very easy to do. And you could add little charms or jingle bells for the Christmas season. I'm gonna add our jingle bells now to our, what we did, the ribbon crimps. And again, if this gets crazy or something, I may have to stop and come back. But again, I use the split rings and the little jingle bell. And I do that because these take kind of a lot of wear and tear on the side of your page. But I like to use these big split rings because they're easy to maneuver, I guess is the word. Now sometimes it gets, with that bell on there, sometimes it gets hard to do. So I may have to go off the camera. I hope not, but I think you just slide it in there. There we go. Didn't have to do it at all. It slid in there very easily. And I'm going to take my pliers, because sometimes it's easier to grab it with the pliers, and just pull that through. And I think I got it. So there you have a little jingle bell. Isn't that cute? And that was easy. And then we'll do the other one. And then we'll be done for the day. Again, I just wanted to get this done. I'm trying to get, I have, I believe, 4 journals I'm going to add to my shop, hopefully in the next couple of days. They'll all be Christmas journals. And again, my journals are normally very blank for you to embellish and make your own. But okay, let's see if we can get to the end of this and put this on our ribbon crimp, and we are going to be good to go. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. And like I say, I hope to get these journals done in the next couple of days. If you have any questions or any suggestions, I would appreciate any comments. If you liked the video, I would appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got our journal. We made the closure, which is the bulldog clips. That's the front. Oh, I do have one other thing I want to do. And then this is the rusted prong little thing for a little booklet of pages. The jingle bells on the side. We did the charting his course. And then we did the belly band. And the other thing I wanted to talk about today was I love to use, and I do it a lot, I use the ribbon twist paper, And I just wanted to show you how I attach it and cut it and use it, because it can be very fiddly. You have to unroll it, and sometimes it's a little fiddly. What I try to do is really kind of open it up in the middle where the image is going to be. And I'm just going to put this image in there, and I'm just going to show you what I do. I just add some glue, and sometimes when I'm doing this, I won't add glue all the way to the edges because I'm going to move it around, and I'm going to center it and make sure I get it just exactly where I want it. So if I don't glue all the way to the edges, you have a little wiggle room to get it exactly where you want it. Now I'm going to center it off to the side here because it's going to be easier for me to cut down, and I'm just going to try and get it as best I can where I want it. See, it's a little short there, but this is really just an example. And then what I do is on the back, I try and pull it from the center. I try and flatten that paper down. And then you have it on your sides. And then what I do on the side is, this paper is pretty sturdy, so it's a little hard to tear. So what I do is I take my Deco Edge scissors, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of looks like a torn edge. And I'm just going to go along here and just kind of trim this off. I don't need to trim any more there. I just wanted to trim there. Then I try and get the same amount on both edges. So I'm going to trim some of this. And I want it to look torn. So I'm just going to very lightly, and I don't know if you can see that, but it looks a little torn. And now I'm going to do this side. And again, I just want the edge of it. So let's see if I can just cut the edge so it looks just a little bit like it's been torn. Okay, and then now this one is the one I want to try and make it the same width as the other ones. So I'm just going to try to get a little close, and then I'm just going to go down and cut it. Okay, so there we have our digital that's backed with the ribbon twist paper. And then a lot of times I like to kind of fold it up onto the image so it kind of stands up. And then I'm going to add it to this piece of corrugated cardboard. And what I'm going to do is just show you, you can tear the cardboard and it's fine, but I'm kind of anal and I like the edge to kind of be straight. So when I tear it, a lot of times I can't tear it exactly straight. So I use these Deco Edge scissors to cut the cardboard, and it usually does pretty good. And that tore a little bit there, but that's okay. And then I will, again, on this one, I do not glue all the way to the edges because I want these edges to kind of stick up. And so I just will glue under the image. And then that way that leaves the little paper edges kind of a place to kind of stand up. And then you've got it, and I need to center it a little bit better. That's why your glue, and then I like the edges to come up so you can see some of the corrugated cardboard back there. But then this would just be a place you could add this to your journal. I was thinking about maybe adding it behind the Santa picture in the center of the signature, because you got Santa on that side. Then I was thinking on this side, it might look cute because we're talking about Santa and the toys. And so that's an idea for that, but I'm not sure if I'll put it there. Or there could be other places you could add it for a pull-out spot. If you had, like I have a pull-out here, I could add it there. And then that strengthens that page that you pull out. So there's just several different things you could do. I could just set it back here in the little granny triangle. So that's just what I wanted to share today, how easy it is to add the rusted elements to your journals. Thank you very much.